All right, this week is all about prototyping the little mock-up that we've already created. So by now you should have finished up your 4 different pages for your wireframe. What we want to be able to do is to test what it's going to be like when you click through the different pages and all the buttons that we've designed out. To get started, let's zoom into our first little home page and we'll go ahead and select it. Now, beforehand, we've been working over on the right-hand side in design mode, and this allows us to design or change out the layout for all the different elements on this frame. We're going to swap over to prototype mode. With prototype mode selected, whenever you hover over a frame, you'll notice that you get some little buttons, usually along the top, bottom, or left and right edge of your frame. You can click on any one of these buttons and drag, and you can see a little arrow is going to start to follow you. And these arrows are usually known as wires. Sometimes people call them noodles. And you can link between one page and another page. Now, when you do this, it's going to add an interaction. So essentially what we've done is we've told it we want to have some sort of trigger, and there's different kinds of triggers you can do on it. For now, we're just going to keep it at the default of tapping on it. So whenever you tap on the screen or click on the screen, that's going to do some action. What's the action? Well, it's going to navigate to whatever page that you selected. And the destination, well, it's the name of the one that we brought it to. So it's the features page. And then we can do this in a variety of different kinds of animations. Let's keep it default for now. So I've connected this one to here. I can then select our features page. We'll scoot over and let's click on this one and drag it over to here. So now the arrow goes over and we'll keep again the default little settings here. By the way, you don't have to do it on the edge. Let's say I chose the checkout. By the way, make sure to click on the name of it to bring this up. As long as you click on any one of these, like I can click at the top and drag it over and it automatically chooses the closest one for it as well. Now that I've got all 3 of these connected together, let's test this prototype and see what this will look like. To test it, let's go up to the very top right and notice the little play button. When you click the play button, this may take just a second, but it is going to load up, your design, and notice that it's inside the frame of a phone. That's because we chose iPhone as our default. And I could even see there's some little issues with this. And so we're going to go back and fix our design. But we're inside of the prototype play mode. So this will give us the ability to click on it. You can see it goes to the next page, and then goes to the next page, and then finally the last page, and well, we're done from here. So whenever we're finished with this, we didn't link back to anything else. It just kind of clicked from one page to the other. Now to get out of this, you can go up to the very top. Notice that we've been working in wireframe as a little play button, so we can close this out, and this will take us back to our main page. I had another example that was opened up from that one too. But every time you preview something, it's going to open up a separate little deal up here. Going back to design, remember the size of it when we set up our frame was the iPhone, whatever version that you chose. And so that's why it pulled up as an iPhone automatically. Now at any time, you can always go into preview mode, and this will again load it back up whenever you make changes to your design. As a matter of fact, you don't have to close this frame out. You can always keep it open and it will automatically update it. Some other things to note is right now I can move around inside of the screen, but if I start moving my mouse faster, or if I click outside of it, this will open up some of the other options and other things like, I'm gonna go down here at the bottom. There we go. If I wanted to manually go from one page to the other, I could do that down here. So this will let me go back and forth to whatever page that I need. I can go into full screen mode, and this will get rid of the little bars at the top. Sometimes that's handy. And there's some other little options like being able to share it with others that we'll get into after a little bit as well too. The final one is if you want to go automatically back to the start, you can click on the little restart, and that will take you to your first main landing page. But again, you don't have to close this out. You can keep it open and do whatever edits that you need along the way. To kind of show you what I mean, I'm going to go back to design mode, and let's say I chose this first frame, and let's change the color of it to something just different. Now that I've changed it, I can jump back into my wireframe mode, and automatically it updates it from here. Now, sometimes it is kind of difficult going back and forth between the two, and so there's a couple of different ways you can preview this in your different areas. First off, if you drag the wireframe down out of the way, you can put it on either side of your document. So I'm going to put it over here on the right-hand side, and automatically it docks to that side. Now, when I do this, you can see how it's going to be kind of squished, and I can click on the middle and maybe give myself a little bit more room. But this allows me to see it as I make edits. So now I can choose this side and go back over here and make a change. And you can see how it automatically updates, excuse me, the look and feel of that on the fly as well. Another way you can preview it, let's see, I'm going to close it out just to start from fresh. Another way you can preview it is by going back up to your little play button and click on the little down arrow. Rather than going to present, I'll go to preview, and this will open up your phone as its own little separate floating dock by itself. And this will be on top of it. If it's too big, you can click on the edge and you can make it smaller. And this will also give you a little something that's a little more out of the way. I tend to like this simply because I can see it, I can move it around, and then I can close it out when I don't want it from here. The main thing is, as you're working, this will automatically update whatever preview that you have and close it out. Some other things you can do from prototype mode is if you wanted to see what it looks like on some different kinds of settings, in prototype mode, make sure you got prototype mode selected. If you wanted to change the type of phone you're looking at, so go down to the bottom and you can choose a different kind. Let's say I wanted let's do an Android medium. So completely different style. Hit the play button. I'm going to do just a regular play. And again, this will open it up and render everything. Even if it's obviously the wrong size, it'll at least show you what it would look like if it was done for that thing that it's on. We'll close this out. The final thing we can do is if we need to make edits to any of the links that we've created, at any time, I'll zoom here, I can click on this link and simply hit delete. Whoops, excuse me, click on the actual bar itself, not the little button, the little arrow. Make sure the arrow is selected and then you can delete it away and that gets rid of that one. Let's try that again for this one. Click on the arrow. This will pull up your interactions. And so you could make changes to your interactions or you can hit delete and it will go away from there as well. That way you can go back and relink everything. All right, so once you're done playing around with this, let's put everything back to the way the Lord intended, the way He had it set up. So same type of phone. Let's get rid of all of our interactions as well. So select that and delete that away. And in our next lesson, we'll talk a little bit more about some of the more specific things you can do to add buttons to individual parts.